Hello, Shadows.
Hello, everybody. Once again, if you could imagine that we had difficulties trying to get here, but here we are.
Yep, technical difficulties once again.
All day, every day. This podcast is built on sweat, tears, and technical difficulties.
Yeah, pretty much.
So,
Yeah.
before we have any
Uh,
more, I guess
yeah.
we can jump right into today is the news case.
Yes. Lurking in the News,
eh,
Volume 14.
Are we on 14?
I believe so.
Hell yeah.
That's what I have written
Oh,
down, so
yeah.
I hope so.
I have written down, but last time you were one behind.
I was
I
last
have
time.
13 written down, so.
I'm pretty sure we were 13 last time.
Where are we? Okay. Well, I can adjust mine if I need to, but
Let's look.
either
I
way,
honestly don't know. Either way, this is Lurking in the News.
this is Looking in the News. Welcome. If you have not listened, we kind of just give you small little
Yeah, it's
snippets
14.
of any kind of true crime news that's happening in the world right now.
Yeah. And I actually do have one that's not from the U.S.
Cool. Actually, yeah, that's why I hesitated a little because I was like, have we actually done an international one? And I can't remember, but now we have today.
Yeah.
So, yay. All right. So I will kick us off. I am talking first about Joseph Patrick Reardon. Now, I think it's Camarillo, California, because they usually have Spanish influence to their names, but
Yeah.
Camarillo, California, on August 30th, 1993, a dump off of Beardsley Road was being cleaned up. The dump is on the very outskirts of Ventura County. Partial human remains were found during this cleanup. The medical examiner came and collected the bones, confirming they were human. They were then sent to an anthropologist where they determined these were the lower leg bone of a male between the ages of 13 and 18.
Oh my.
After trying to identify the individual with no success, he became known as Carmio John Doe 1993. The information was entered into the National Missing and Unidentified Persons System under the ID UP128289. In March of 2025, Ventura County sheriffs decided to send the remains. I wonder if that's supposed to be 2026 because what year are we in? um, no, they probably sent it in 2025. It always takes time to
Yeah, then
identify.
just
I
give
was
back
probably
this
right in
year,
there.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. In March of 2025, Ventura County sheriffs decided to send the remains to Ortham for further DNA testing to see if the remains could be identified. They, of course, were able to extract and develop a full DNA profile. With this, they were able to find any relatives that were a match with this DNA. These matching profiles were then given to the sheriff's office to follow up on. They put in a lot of work, making phone calls, talking to possible relatives, following up on leads, and collecting additional DNA for comparison. This led to the positive ID of Joseph Patrick Reardon. He was also known as Joe Gilberth. He was born June 17th, 1970, but no other information is known about him, how he got to the dump, when he died, none of it. So if you have any information about Joseph, please call investigator Guy Moody at 805-383-8723.
That's sad.
Yeah, I mean, hell yeah, DNA, we identified him, but we know nothing, and he was young. We
Yeah,
don't even
so
know
it's
exactly
just
what
a
age he
record.
was, I don't think, when we died, because I didn't find a confirmation on, like, like, they knew he was born in 1970, but we don't know exactly when he made it to that dump.
Yeah. Well, his family has a little bit of closure.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Next is Leyla Monserrat Lares Becerra. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly.
Yeah, it was a mouthful.
Leyla Monserrat Lares Becerra, age 15, was seen laughing with her friends in the same video where they were later captured killing her.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So the brutal killing of Leyla Monserrat Lares Becerra has sparked fury across Mexico after chilling details about her death emerged. The killing happened on September 25th, 2025 in the El Desierto Ejido in the municipality of General Plutarco Elias Calles near the U.S. border. Leyla was invited over to a home by two girls whom she believed were her friends. The two attackers, aged 15 and 13, lured Leyla to a house with a surprise that they said she would never forget.
Wow. This is fucked already. Jesus.
The two minors tied Leyla to a chair,
Oh my
blindfolded
God.
her, and strangled her with a rope.
Oh my God, these are babies.
Yeah. After murdering the teen, the girls tried to cover up the crime and buried her body in the backyard of one of the attackers' homes.
13 and 15?
Yeah.
How are you thinking this through like this?
I don't know. That's a different.
Jesus.
Children are different now.
They really are.
I think social media is to blame for a lot of it.
I do agree. The internet, period. I'd
Yeah.
say, like, not even just social media. You can Google anything and get down a rabbit hole
Right.
that no
Yeah.
kid should be under.
Her remains were discovered a week later. Investigators later confirmed the cause of death as mechanical asphyxiation. The condition of the body was so severe the coffin had to be sealed. One of the
That's
girls
sad.
recorded the entire crime on a cell phone. Like, 'cause you literally see and hear them laughing with each other, and then minutes later they're strangling her.
This is disgusting. Did you see it?
I did not. I saw like video stills, but I didn't like see the video.
Okay.
The footage later circulated on social media and was eventually sent anonymously to Layla's mother.
Oh my God, this is more fucked. Oh my
hmm
God.
A video of her
That poor
daughter being
mother.
murdered was sent to her. According to the investigation, Layla had been tricked with the promise of a surprise to meet a boy. The teen sat her in a chair and blindfolded her while she laughed and asked who she was going to meet. Shortly after, they placed the rope around her neck and strangled her. Layla's family began searching for her the following day on September 26th. According to the investigation file, the footage shows the victim trusting the girls completely, unaware she was being led to her death.
Of course.
Yeah, why would you think that? Your teenage
Why would you
friends are
think
gonna
that?
murder you.
Yeah, and they're sitting there making, like, you're young. You're making cute promises of a surprise or whatever.
Early in the investigation, police were suspicious of an adult male named Martin, but he was found dead a few days later. I don't know the details surrounding that, like who
Yeah.
killed him or what happened with him, but new evidence later led police to the two teens. Layla's body was found in October of 2025, showing signs of decomposition. The Attorney General's Office of the State of Sonora has said the two attackers, ages 13 and 15, whose names have not publicly been released, confessed to the crime. I don't care if they're minors. They did a crime like this, release their names.
Exactly. They did adult things. They literally fucking planned this shit out. They
They
buried
did.
the body.
Yep, they lured her there.
They
They
had,
knew what they were going to do.
yeah, they had whatever equipment with them to do this.
According to the investigation, the motive stemmed from jealousy over a romantic relationship.
Oh, make me sick. Piss
You're
me off.
teenagers. Like, you're not going to marry
Yeah.
this person, whoever it is. Like,
No. I literally work with 20-year-olds and I tell them all the time, I'm like, dude, who you are now, give it 10 years. Like,
right. Yeah, you're going to change completely.
completely. And we're talking little teenies who have barely discovered who they are in the first
Yeah.
place.
Getting butthurt over a boy.
Ugh.
In March of 2026, a judge delivered the controversial sentences of the 15-year-old receiving 2 years and 10 months of confinement.
Shut your fucking face.
The 13-year-old was given just 11 months of supervised release.
What the fuck? They strangled somebody. This isn't even like, oops. What
Yeah, like
the fuck?
where's also the mental health treatment?
Yeah.
You can't just let
Anything.
these girls back out there. That's not even punishment.
They're sick in the head. They need help.
Mm-hmm. Yep. This ruling
Wow.
sparked outrage in Mexico, obviously. Layla's mom continues to demand justice and insists the case should spark a broader debate about protecting young people and how institutions respond to crimes against minors. She is quoted saying, "While my daughter's murderers can return to their normal lives, I never even got to say goodbye to my daughter."
Yeah. They just get a slap on the wrist, quite literally.
Yep. And I think they were only ordered to pay like 200 pesos, which, didn't even cover half of Layla's funeral costs.
No. Oh my God, this is sick.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and that's the disturbing story of Layla.
Oh my God, Leyla. That's so sad.
15 years old.
15. And these two punk ass kids over a boy.
Yeah, and just slapped on the wrist.
Yeah. This is a fucked up world, man.
It is. Justice system isn't just bad in the US, it's bad everywhere.
It is. All right. My next story is Shalyn, I think is how you would say it, Shantel Harvey. On May 4th, 2026, 52-year-old James Truman reported his 16-year-old stepdaughter, Shalyn, missing. By Friday, May 15th, Kanawha County Sheriff's Office was searching his home in Big Chimney, West Virginia. During a press release held 3 days later, the sheriff's office announced that the remains of Shalyn Shantel Harvey were found inside of the home. She was last seen on May 2nd. Truman was arrested on May 8th for sexual abuse by a parent or guardian and is held on a $100,000 bond. This has been ruled a homicide and is still under investigation.
Hmm. Wow, that's sad.
And that is, I know that was a tiny little one, but that is our Shalyn, who was in the house with her mother and the stepfather.
Yeah, so I wonder if they did something to her.
And there were siblings as well, and that's
Hmm.
where he got arrested in the first place because of what was happening in the home. Obviously, what they
Uh-huh.
found, I don't have details.
Oh no.
But then her body was found inside the home.
Wow, that's really sad.
It is really sad. 16. Why are these all kids?
I know, what the heck? Well, my next one is an adult.
Okay.
This one's a little bit of a longer one. In March of 2022, Eric Richins was found dead in his bedroom. 4 years later, in March of 2026, his wife Kouri Richins was found guilty of his murder.
Well,
Kouri Richins and her late husband Eric Richins were married on June 15, 2013. They tied the knot in the backyard of their home in Utah and went on to have 3 sons together. Eric is described as an attentive and loving father, and he was a coach or assistant coach on all of his sons' sports teams. Eric Richins was found unresponsive at the foot of his bed in his Camas, Utah home on March 4, 2022 by his wife Kouri Richins, who reported his body was cold to the touch when she returned from their child's bedroom. So I guess she was like, the report said she was like, claimed she was sleeping over there to comfort one of their children, as opposed to
okay.
sleeping in their bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Authorities arrived at 3:31 in the morning following Kouri's call to 911. Responders found Eric unresponsive and attempted life-saving measures, but he was pronounced dead at the scene. Kouri Richins told investigators she made her husband a cocktail, a Moscow Mule, the evening before to celebrate a real estate transaction, then spent the night in one of their children's rooms to comfort him. Then she found Eric unresponsive upon returning to their bedroom. The Utah Medical Examiner's autopsy revealed that Eric Richins died with roughly 5 times the lethal dosage of fentanyl in his blood.
Jesus. Wow. Okay. Yep. Chief will sent that.
She did. Kouri Richins self-published a children's grief book titled Are You With Me in March of 2023, roughly a year after the death of Eric. The illustrated picture book follows a young child navigating life after losing a father, reassuring children that their deceased parent is still present around them like an angel. The book was dedicated to Eric, calling him, quote, an amazing husband and wonderful father. In April of 2023, just weeks before her arrest, Richins appeared on the local television program Good Things Utah to promote her book. During this segment, she tearfully described her 3 C's for helping children process trauma: connection, continuity, and care.
I'm gonna be sick.
It has since been removed from shelves, but police had been continuing to investigate and build a case in the background. The evidence that police and prosecutors uncovered against Kouri Richins spanned toxicology reports, illicit drug purchases, incriminating digital forensics, severe financial distress, and highly suspicious behavioral records. Kouri Richins was arrested on May 8, 2023 in Summit County, Utah, and charged with the aggravated murder of her husband, Eric. Prosecutors found that the fatal dose was ingested orally, matching their theory that Kouri spiked a Moscow Mule cocktail she made for Eric.
Mhm. I mean,
Investigators traced a... Oh, go ahead.
that's how women usually take you out, especially when it's like a husband or something,
Yeah, it's
poisoning.
usually poisoning, yep. Investigators traced a series of illicit fentanyl purchases back to Kouri. Evidence showed a pattern of poisoning. On Valentine's Day of 2022, just weeks before his death, Eric became violently ill after eating a sandwich Kouri left for him. He even texted a friend at the same time stating he believed his wife was trying to poison him.
Oh my god, he knew!
I know, like, why didn't you leave, dude? Ugh,
Dude! And stop
no,
eating and drinking things she gave you!
I know, poor guy. Yeah,
Ugh.
you'd think that, but then you probably also didn't want to really believe that. Like, no, there's no way she would have been
Yeah, there's
trying to
no way
kill
my loving who you think is a loving wife,
him.
who I have kids with, is gonna do this to me.
I know. A housekeeper testified to selling Kouri hydrocodone and multiple batches of fentanyl pills in the months leading up to Eric's death. Records show that Kouri requested, quote, something stronger, specifically asking for some of the Michael Jackson stuff, just before Eric's Valentine's Day illness, and again right after his fatal overdose on March 4th, 2022.
Wow.
Investigators extracted highly incriminating data from Kouri's electronic devices, which include several deleted web searches and misleading phone logs. Forensic analysis recovered searches on her device for terms including what is a lethal dose of fentanyl? If someone in poison, what does it go down on the death certificate as? Can cops uncover deleted messages on an iPhone? How long did life insurance companies take to pay?
Damn. Damn. Is she dumb?
She didn't. She wasn't trying
Wow.
to hide anything.
Literally every Google was like, "You did it. You did it.
Mhm.
Damn, you
Yep.
did that."
Dumb bitch.
Dumb.
Kouri claims she had left her cell phone in their bedroom and had been in another room when Eric died, but a digital forensic expert proved her phone was active and locked and unlocked multiple times during the window she claimed she wasn't using it.
Yeah, you can see when you use your phone.
Mhm. And she's trying to claim, oh no, it was in the bedroom the whole time.
God, she's real dumb.
Mhm. Sensor logs showed that she held the phone directly to her ear during her 911 call, contradicting her claim that she was performing two-handed CPR while using speakerphone.
Wow, this is great.
Yep. A forensic accountant testified that Kouri's real estate business was in deep financial distress and actively collapsing under nearly $5 million in debt.
$5 million?
Yep.
Oh my god, I can't even fathom that.
No, yeah, you don't come back from that.
No.
Prosecutors proved Kouri secretly took out or attempted to alter multiple life insurance policies on Eric without his knowledge, totaling more than $2.2 million. Evidence showed she forged Eric's signature to obtain a home equity line of credit and attempted to change the beneficiary designation on his estate and business partner insurance agreements. I'm not sure what his job was. It must have been like real estate related.
Yeah. Yeah.
Police also uncovered text messages between Kouri and a man she was having an affair with.
Wow, you're a
Just keep
winner,
getting
Kouri.
better and better.
Yeah. You're fucking A-lister here.
The text detailed her fantasies about leaving Eric and securing millions of dollars to start a new life.
So she
Like,
wanted to kill him, get the life insurance money, get those millions, and then start over.
yeah. But I wonder, like, were you planning on
Stop.
taking your 3 sons with you on this new fantasy?
Yeah, solid plan. No
Mhm.
flaws whatsoever. I could see it executed perfectly.
While in custody awaiting trial, jail officials found a handwritten letter in Corey's cell called the Walk the Dog letter. The prompt instructed her mother to instruct Corey's brother to falsely testify that Eric used to buy pills illegally, which prosecutors argued was an overt attempt at witness tampering.
That is indeed witness tampering.
In March of 2026, a Summit County jury deliberated for less than 3 hours before finding Richins
I
guilty on
bet.
all counts.
I didn't. What
The
is that?
evidence is all right
Took
there.
you, yeah, less than 5 minutes to tell me this story. I already know.
Mhm. Yep. Her convictions included aggravated murder, attempted aggravated murder, insurance fraud, and forgery. Judge Richard Mrazek ordered her to serve life in prison without parole for the murder charge. He also issued consecutive sentences for her other charges, declaring her too dangerous to ever be free. And the sentencing
Yeah.
uniquely took place on what would have been Eric's 44th birthday on May 13th, 2026.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, so just 12 days ago, she got that sentence.
God. That's and no, it's not safe to let her out. She
Mhm.
did this and continued to live her life and financially capitalized on the grief of her children and made a fucking child's book about it.
Yes.
That's a sick motherfucker.
Yeah, it's disturbing. Like, you don't care that your children lost their
Went on
father.
a
You literally made this book to cover up your crime,
went on
not
a
because
show
you
and talked
cared that
about
your
it.
children were grieving.
Yeah. That's a whole new fucking level right there as a
Mhm.
mother and a wife.
Yeah. Yep. And I should have wrote it down, but I read in an article somewhere that, like, her children even said that she shouldn't be let out of prison.
Yeah, because 'cause they're gonna be older now.
Mhm.
From the time that they were grieving when their father passed away, they'd be older now.
Yeah.
And to think, could you imagine? God, the trauma they have to go through and, like, therapy they probably need some healing from to know that they were sitting there living with their mom, going through all this, and she's the one that fucking did this.
Yeah. Um, yeah, it's crazy. And also,
Yes.
like, now they lost both their parents because of her decisions.
Yeah, that's
But
sick.
yeah, I just pulled it up. It said her 3 boys requested that the judge hand down the maximum possible sentence.
Good. Good on them, because 'cause I'm sure that's
Mhm.
very, very difficult.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine being in that position.
Yeah, and they did make emotional victim impact statements to the court.
Yeah. Well,
I hope that gutted her alive, hearing
I hope
them
those
be.
words, yet the words of her children haunt her for the rest of her life.
Mhm.
Wow. Fuck her.
Yep, dumb bitch.
All right. My last one is Roxanne Sharp. In Covington, Louisiana, on February 12th, 1982, in the wooded area surrounding Tam- Tammany Parish Fairgrounds, the body of 16-year-old Roxanne Sharp was found. An autopsy was performed, and it was determined she was raped, murdered, and left in the woods.
Oh my
The
god.
public never came forward with any information, and investigators had no leads, so this case went cold for 40 years.
Wow.
In 2023, Louisiana State Police decided to resubmit evidence in hopes of DNA. While waiting on DNA evidence from new advancements in technology in an effort to spark new leads, state detectives and local radio host Charles Dowdy with the Lake 94.7 from the North Shore Media Group produced a podcast called Who Killed Roxanne? The podcast generated new information, leads, and witness cooperation previously unknown to the investigators. This led to police obtaining aggravated rape and second-degree murder arrest warrants for 4 suspects in connection with this case. They were 64-year-old They were 64-year-old Perry Wayne Taylor, 64-year-old Daryl Dean Spell, 64-year-old Carlos Cooper, and 62-year-old Billy Williams Jr., all
4 men
from
committed this
Covington,
crime?
Louisiana.
4 men committed that crime?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. So it was probably a very brutal murder, to be honest. And I don't have details of that, but I'm sure it was horrendous
What the hell? What were
because they're 64 and 62 now, 40 years ago, they were
Wow.
all in their 20s.
Yeah. That poor girl, that must have been horrifying.
Yes, I cannot even.
4 men attacking you?
Yes.
And how old was she at that time? 16, you said?
Yes, 16 freaking years old.
Jeez. That's
That's
disgusting.
disgusting. Yep, thank you.
That makes me think of the Jennifer Ertman and Elizabeth Pena case.
Mm-hmm. And if you guys haven't checked that out, it is a wickedly brutal, horribly brutal case. Trigger warning for that one.
Yeah,
However,
one of
it
the
is
worst
worth a
cases we've
listen.
covered.
Yeah, but it's worth a listen.
It is.
On April 21st, 2026, Louisiana State Police executed an arrest warrant at the residence of Billy Williams Jr. in Covington when he was taken into custody and booked in the St. Tammany Parish Jail. Daryl Spell was located and arrested in Dayton, Ohio, and placed in Montgomery County Jail until he can be extradited to Louisiana. The next day, Perry Taylor and Carlos Cooper were located in a Louisiana prison on different charges. District Attorney Colin Sins stated, "This case is a powerful example of what persistence, collaboration, and advancements in investigative technology can accomplish. For more than 4 decades, that victim and her family have waited for answers. Today's arrests reflect our unwavering commitment to pursue justice, no matter how much time has passed, and to hold those responsible fully accountable." End quote. And then another powerful quote I have, and I really do like this one, is from Covington Police Chief Michael Farrell, states, "The resolution of Roxanne Sharp's case is a testament to what happens when dedicated law enforcement officers refuse to let a victim be forgotten. For over 4 decades, the Covington Police Department and Louisiana's State Police kept Roxanne's case alive and revisiting evidence, following new leads, and carrying her name forward even when answers seemed out of reach. Cold cases don't close themselves. They close because people show up year after year and refuse to quit. This is exactly what our agency did, and today, Roxanne and her family finally have the justice they have been waited so long for. We are proud of the work done by every investigator who touched this case and deeply grateful for the partnership that made this moment possible." End quote.
Claps for them.
Yes. Yeah. Kudos to them for a police department putting in that work, and solving this case.
Yes.
And another hell yeah DNA, That's right.
DNA. Check out our DNA deep dive if you want to learn more.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Last up is Roberta Walls. A man was arrested in Connecticut this week after officials in Virginia said new evidence links him to the murder and rape of a woman 40 years ago. So another 40-year-old case.
Yeah. And a terrible freaking rape and murder.
Yeah. God, men are disgusting.
Men are so gross. I got the ick right now.
Yeah. Roberta Bobby Walls was a 22-year-old library volunteer from Virginia Beach, Virginia. On the morning of May 15, 1986, Roberta's body was discovered in a baseball field behind Old Donation Elementary School in Virginia Beach. An investigation revealed she had been raped and stabbed multiple times.
Mm.
She was last seen alive the night before, reading and hanging out with friends at the Bayside Public Library located across the street from the field where her body was found. Like, how, pure is that? Just at a library reading, and this is what happens
Yeah,
when you
and
leave.
yeah. This
She last communicated with a friend via phone around midnight. The case went cold in 1988 after detectives exhausted immediate leads and ruled out dozens of people with ties to Walls. In 2001, investigators successfully developed a male DNA profile from the crime scene evidence. It was entered into national databases, but no match was found at the time. In 2017, the Virginia Beach Police Department used advanced DNA phenotyping to generate a composite sketch of the suspect. The profile predicted a white male in his 20s with dark hair, light eyes, and freckles. Of course, it's a white guy.
Yeah.
Funded by a sexual assault kit initiative grant, investigators utilized investigative genetic genealogy to build family trees from the crime scene between 2023 and 2026, ultimately narrowing down the search to a specific suspect. On May 18, 2026, just days ago, officers arrested 66-year-old Charles Randall Berry in Newington, Connecticut. They were able to obtain his DNA through a search warrant. Prior to Berry being identified, police said they eliminated more than 30 suspects through DNA testing. Berry was a former U.S. Navy serviceman who lived near the Virginia Beach crime scene at the time of the murder.
Ew.
Yeah, you sick piece of shit.
Yeah, you sicko.
Yeah, your service means nothing.
No. Yeah, fuck you and your service when you're gonna do shit like that.
Mm-hmm. Authorities stated that Berry was entirely unknown to Walls prior to the night of the crime. So it's just, motive of opportunity.
Yeah.
He has been charged with rape and capital murder. Berry was held in Connecticut on a $10 million bond while the Virginia Beach Commonwealth's Attorney Office initiated the extradition process to bring him back to Virginia to face trial. If an extradition is granted by the state of Connecticut, Berry will be transferred to Virginia to begin the court process on the murder and rape charges. A plea of guilty or not guilty would be entered at that time. Berry does not seem to have any connection to other crimes at this time, according to Virginia Beach Police Chief Paul Newdigate. Which that would be
But you never
wild if
know.
this was a one-time
Yeah, I was gonna say,
occurrence.
you never know.
You just randomly rape and murder a girl walking out of the library?
Let's say, and he also stabbed. That's an aggressive killing. He
Right.
stabbed her to death.
Yeah, why did you do that?
God. And he was young too. That's 40 years ago, like you said. And
Yeah.
he's in his 60s now, so he's
Mhm.
in his 20s.
Yeah. And that was what they predicted with that sketch.
Yep. Did you look at the sketch?
I didn't, but I'll post it on the screen.
Yeah. And I wonder what he looked like back then, how much they nailed it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see what his what happens in trial.
Oh, well, guilty.
100%. Put me on that
Yeah.
jury.
Yeah, exactly. I'll just be a fly on the wall. It's fine.
Yep.
Well, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and check us out on all of our social medias.
Please subscribe to our channel if you have not already. Hit the bell to be notified of future uploads and keep lurking around for our next video. Bye.
Bye.